Sit down, USPHL fans, and get ready to enjoy another great Dan K show with yours truly and my man, expert in all things USPHL hockey, Lucas Jones. Lucas, how you doing today?
Pretty good, Dan.
And you know why he's doing well? Because it's his favorite holiday of the year, mine as well. It's Thanksgiving Thursday. I know you're getting ready to watch some football and some Thanksgiving showdowns on Friday. But I think today you got to watch some Dan K show first to find out what's going on in USPHL this Thanksgiving Day. Lucas, what's your favorite part about Thanksgiving?
I would say just the food. You know, it's great to have a whole bunch of food, a whole bunch of great tasting. You're shaking your head.
Because Lucas, tell your family that. You know what? Tell Janice that. Lucas's wonderful mother, she slaves out there cooking dinner and putting the family together. It's about your family, Lucas. It's about your family, and I'm a part of that family.
What's your favorite part?
The food. I love the food, Lucas. Everybody loves the food, and you know what I love more? Dan K's 3 things. That's what we're going in there right now, right here. And you know what, Lucas? I had all these like Thanksgiving puns ready to go. I had 3 Thanksgiving puns. I had 20 Thanksgiving puns. But I ate them all. I stomached them, and I said, I got one guy who gets to be all 3 things this week. And that's Tyler Harmon, goaltender from the Jersey Hitmen. This is a Jersey-born and bred young brethren of ours. And you know what? He just committed to the University of Vermont. He has been Harmon goal scorers all year long and not allowing pucks past. He's been gobbling up shots. That's number 2. And number 3, they're swarming to try to recruit this kid, but it was the University of Vermont that gets a goaltender that is a next-level talent, and the Jersey Hitmen, a next-level organization, who they just create goaltenders and players and athletes and next-level talent. Lucas, all 3 things, Tyler Harmon, swarming goal scorers in the USPHL. I can't be more excited for Tyler Harmon's future, more excited to watch this young player the rest of the year and watch him try to bring home yet another title for the Jersey Hitmen. Lucas, just how good is this goaltending duo that they got going on in Jersey?
Well, we watched them. You know, we finally got a chance to be in person for one of their games, and I gotta say, you know, it's just shot after shot after shot after opportunity, blocked. He's behind the net clearing out pucks. He is stopping one-timers. He's got the awareness. You know, he's a complete package of a goaltender.
And that's where you took the words right out of my mouth. During the broadcast we did live on USPHL, well, not on the USPHL network itself, but on Hockey TV, formerly FastHockey.com, I just talked about he's got that Canadian sense to him, that goaltender who can skate, who can play the puck, you think he could score from the other side of the ice if the net's empty. This is a kid that's comfortable on skates, comfortable out of his own net. And you know what? There's another team that's pretty comfortable in the USPHL, and they're in a pretty comfortable climate with how cold it is up here in Jersey this Thanksgiving. They're down in Florida, and they're the Junior Blades. And Lucas has a little something to talk about with those Florida Junior Blades coming up now.
Welcome back. So I said that I had some things to say about the Florida Junior Blades. Now, if you're a watcher of the show, you know that I said something against them. I said they were going to lose. I picked the Eugene Generals. And they were playing some great hockey out there, but the Blades overcame them, and they are still undefeated. So now, I'd like to break down the Florida Junior Blades to explain just how good they actually are. And for that, I'm going to put on my smart guy glasses. So, Thanksgiving's coming up. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to break down the meal of the Florida Junior Blades. What's the mashed potatoes? What's the stuffing? And what's the turkey that brings it all together? But I come from an Italian family. So first we're going to start with the antipasto. The antipasto of the Florida Junior Blades is a 27.4% power play success rate and almost a 95% penalty kill rate. We talk about that a lot on broadcasts on the Dan K Show. How important it is to make the most of your opportunities. The Florida Junior Blades certainly make the most of their opportunities on the power play and denying those opportunities to the opposing teams. But you can't just have antipasto on Thanksgiving, you got to move to the stuffing. And the stuffing is their shots on goal ratio. For every 1 shot on goal their opponents have, the Junior Blades are putting 2.5 shots on goal. And when you're talking about tilted ice like that, just the volume of shots is going to yield some impressive results. Scoring 6.8 goals per game, only allowing 1.14. 6 goals to every 1 goal. It's no wonder they're still undefeated. Now let's move to the cranberry sauce, an often overlooked but underutilized side dish. So the Florida Junior Blades come out swinging, that's for sure, scoring a lot of goals in the first and second period especially. They bury their opponents very early on. They put 161 goals in the back of the net so far, while only giving up 27, and they've only allowed, in 25 games, 4 goals in the third period. That is an obnoxious stat. 4 goals in one period over 25 games. But let's go to something a little more filling, the mashed potatoes. They've got 7 players with double-digit goals this season, 9 players with 20 or more points. And they have the dual threat of Fabio Meyer and Caden Bailey, 13-0, 12-0 respectively. When you talk about individual statistics like that you get to highlight and pick apart, again, it's no wonder they're undefeated with every single member of that team bringing it game in and game out. But you can't have Thanksgiving without the turkey. You certainly can't have the Florida Junior Blades without the team effort. Look, I'll be real, this team is firing on all cylinders right now. There are no weak links in the chain. Every single player is bringing 110% every game. The organization is training those players, practicing, making sure that the plan works game in and game out no matter who they're facing. And they are facing some stiff competition in the USP3. So it's especially impressive that they remain undefeated going into Thanksgiving weekend. And as one of their players did call me out for picking against them, I'd like to apologize to the Florida Junior Blades, and we'll be watching you all season. Back to us.
Lucas, I can't believe you picked against that team at any point this year.
You know what, Dan? We've talked about the Junior Blades a lot, but we've also talked about the Generals, and they're such a good team this year. They're really putting on a show out west. I thought they had a shot, and they put up a good fight, but you know what? The Junior Blades are just good.
The Blades are carving them up this year, carving up opponents. And you know, you think about it, and people have asked me this year, they said, how do you stop them? How do you stop a team that's that good? And sadly, the only thing you can say is you have to be good on both sides of the ice. And that's hard to do. It's hard enough to do on a normal day, right? It's hard to be good defensively and offensively. A lot of times you see a team puts up 6 goals, gives up 5 because they're pulling up from the back. The defensemen are getting involved low on the offensive end. They get lost. They get caught out. Or the other side, you hatch back on defense. You get too worried about blocking pucks, keeping pucks out of your own zone. You forget to go score on the other end. It's going to take a complete game. It's going to take the right kind of opponent. And it's going to take someone really, really good from the South. But I know someone pretty good from the South. And we talked to someone pretty good from the South. We talked to Coach Brad Jones of the Hampton Roads Whalers. And you know, he coaches the USP3 team. He's put together great teams. Last year he had our favorite player in USPHL history, John Monkovich, with him. Monkovich has moved up to the next level. He's at the elite. Lucas, we got a chance to talk to Coach. We got a chance to see the team, meet him again. Second year in a row we're seeing these guys, this time at the IHC Showcase. Just how good of an organization has Hampton Roads put together?
You know, I think it's one of the top-notch organizations. You know, and the way you can tell that is that, you know, they've had some players graduate, move up to the next level. They've had some new, fresh faces in on the team, and they're still maintaining the same level of competition. Yep. You know, sometimes it's hard on these teams when you've got players moving in and out, moving up and moving around. But Hampton Roads Whalers are a team and led by Coach Brad Jones, who have just maintained that competitive edge throughout any number of transitions, and that was pretty evident when we talked to him.
You know, as a former athlete myself, Lucas, you want to know what's a lot of people overlook one of the most important things in my mind, and it's team chemistry. You know, a lot of people see winning teams, and there are winning teams that, as much as people might not believe it, there are winning teams that have horrible chemistry. I've been on some of them, where guys don't get along, guys want nothing to do with one another, or when the game's done, they're out, going in their separate directions. But this is a team that doesn't just win, they do it the right way, they do it as a team, and they do it with full success from line number 1, from guy number 1 to guy number 23 on that roster, top to bottom, on both levels, the USP3 and the Elite. They win as a group, they win as a team, and they do it with some impeccable facilities. I think a lot of the team chemistry has to do with just some of the stuff they're doing down there. They have a team chef. They're getting food cooked for them here. They're getting the right treatment. They're getting the right coaching. They're getting the right training. And they got the right bus, Lucas, and we got a chance to see it. And I think we got a few looks with the camera. What was your thought when you got to see that double-decker bus that they rode up to the IHC Showcase in?
Well, you know, we left Skate 3, and we walked out into the parking lot, and we saw this giant bus with the sign in the middle, and we're like, we have to get in there and check it out. And you walk in there and it's almost like what you expect, band tour buses to be. You've got seats, you've got TVs, you've got refrigerators, you've got 2 levels. The players are up top, the coaches are underneath, so they can plan, they can chart out what the games are going to look like. And then we asked them how long the ride was. It's 14 hours. Like, well, you think they got to get some sleep? Well, those seats turn into beds.
They turn into beds. They got hammocks in the bus. Lucas, I remember a bus ride. No TV, on a small Greyhound from New Haven, Connecticut to Tyler, Texas. And I remember my knees were barking on that Greyhound about 10 hours in. These guys are living it. They're living it up. And if I were playing at Hampton Roads, my legs would feel great on game day riding on that double-decker. What does it do for morale? What does it do for, how do you bond? Like, what does it do for team bonding when you're on a double-decker bus with cable TV and movies and board games and food and fun?
Well, it is a way to bond. And, I've been a part of a lot of organizations where they bring all these people who don't know each other together. And I can say firsthand that when you have the support in terms of, the facilities, like we talked about the bus, when you've got the amenities that bus comes with. We were talking to Brad Jones, and he was telling us some of the stories from their trip up here. And I got to say, from those stories, it seems like that team is one big happy family. They eat together, and they're on that bus together for such a long period of time that, you're either going to be friends, or, as I'm sure you knew on that long bus ride to Texas, some people are going to start to annoy you.
No, but I was usually one annoying people. Almost every single time.
That is a total shocker, Dan.
I'm shocked by it as well, but I'm not shocked by just how good Hampton Roads performs on and off the ice in this whole Southern Conference. We're going to come back and we're going to talk about some of the players we're thankful for and some of the teams that we see success for, some second helpings of success coming for some of the teams in this Thanksgiving episode of the Dan K Show. Lucas, what's our favorite thing about Thanksgiving? We talked about it already. The food.
Yes.
What's better than one round of food?
2 rounds of food.
A second helping, that's what's better. And you know what? Thanksgiving, it's our unofficial midway point in the season, our unofficial midway point throughout the year at all these different levels. And I think it's time to talk about what teams we think are going to have a second helping of success. So we're going to use the 2 theme and go with 2 teams, Lucas. We'll skip the elite. We'll skip the Hampton Roads Whalers because we both know how good they are. 45 points, first place. Love them. We will take second helpings of that. Let's skip through that one quick. USP3 South. Carolina Eagles, 23-1. Charlotte Rush, 19-7-0. Who do you want a second helping of?
I am screaming towards second helpings of the Eagles. Dan.
Solid move. I'm going Charlotte Rush, and you know why I rushed to that decision, Lucas? It's because they played the Wisconsin Rapids River Kings. And it was a clash of titans. You could see how good they were. The Midwest is physical hockey. South's a little more open and offensive. They didn't have a problem playing up that physicality. They stuck with them, hung hard, played hard. They were a good team. They looked very good. I take a second helping of the Charlotte Rush. Moving on to our next group, the Premier. South Shore Kings over there in 4th, tied with the Syracuse Stars, both with 29 points. Who do you want a second helping of?
Well, second helping of this season and a second helping from last season. Gotta stick with my boys, the South Shore Kings. They are playing some impressive hockey.
You know what? I love the Stars team. I love the makeup, but you want to know what I got to do? I got to go to church right now. Ben Churchfield in goal, 8-4, 2.54 goals against in net. Just too good. The defense is too good. The Kings are too good. Look for them come playoff time to make a little bit of a run. Final group, the Midwest. Dells Ducks. Chicago Cougars, 2nd and 3rd right now, 27 points, 24 points. We know how good Wisconsin Rapids River Kings are. Easy to say. When a name's that hard to say, you better be a good team, and they are. Let's talk Ducks and Cougars. Who do you got?
Well, I mean, as impressive as the Cougars are right now, they're playing some great hockey. I got to go with the Ducks. I picked them last year.
Yeah.
They were a great team last year, and I think they're doing just as well this year. They're playing some strong defensive hockey, but let's not forget how good their offense is year after year.
I'm going to stick with what I've done all along and keep picking against the Ducks, although I think they're quacktastic, and I love all of the Duck puns and the Mighty Ducks jokes I can make about them and with them every time they win. I'm going Cougars because who doesn't think Chicago is going to bring home a title this year? This guy surely does. I want a second helping of the Cougars. I want a second helping of that defense. Defensive-minded team. Anthony Beltrame scoring some goals for him. I want to see what the Cougars can do. I want a second helping, and we want a 15th helping of more USPHL hockey coming at you. We're going to close the show out next. Welcome to the final portion of the show, the empty net, the way we finish every show with a nice, easy score. And you know what? I think Lucas has the best score of the week so far.
Well, I just came from birthday dinner with my grandma. She is turning 86 years old today. For dinner, we went out to a barbecue place, polished off a plate of chicken wings and 2 Blue Moons like it was no big deal. So, Grandma, happy birthday. Here's to the next plate of chicken wings and the next serving of Blue Moon. Can't wait to celebrate again next year.
That's what Thanksgiving time is all about. It's about family. Grandma, I feel like I'm part of the family at times. 86th birthday, happy birthday, a joyous birthday to you. Hope you had a wonderful day, a wonderful night. Congratulations on the birthday. Congratulations is also in order for the Connecticut Junior Rangers, who had yet another alumnus just making things happen at the next level. This time it's Mark Bowen, who was on the mark with a beautiful little dangle move in and out, splits the defense. Little deke on the goaltender, finishes with the forehand on the glove side score, and puts up his first career NCAA goal, and one that Butchagros got tweeted about by a few different fans because they said, da-na-na, da-na-na, you gotta watch this thing. Lucas, how good was that goal by Mark Bowen?
Well, it looked like he was doing some kind of magic on the ice. You know, the puck appeared, it disappeared, it disappeared again, and then finally it reappears in the back of the net. Truly some next level skills on that goal. Congratulations from the Dan K Show.
Unofficial word that Mark Bowen would like to now be known only as the Magic Man. Now you see him, now you don't. You like that? Magic Man. Or El Chupacabra, which I think means devil chicken.
I'm going to go with Magic Man.
Magic Man. We're going to go with Magic Man, but you want to know what? We have one more tweet here that we're going to highlight today, and it came from a fan, a viewer, Randy Ames. At Randy Ames said, at Dan Kemchek, you know, you always do these top 5 goals. Where's the top 5 goaltender saves? You know, how about some love for the goaltenders? I want to tell you, Randy, I've got more love for goaltenders than I do for goal scorers. Don't tell the forwards because I don't want to get all the hate mail. But I got to tell you, I love a 1-0 game more than I love a 6-5 game. Hardest part though, Lucas, what is it? It's trying to find video of goalies making great saves. When we're grooming these games, one of the best things about the USPHL is its large geographical footprint, the fact that there's hundreds of games going on every week. But one of the bad things is trying to find everything on fast hockey. So we need your help. We need you to reach out, tweet to us when someone makes a great save or a great play or scores a great goal. At Dan Kemchek, at LJones1138. Go check this goal out. That's how we found out about Mark Bowen's goal with the Connecticut Junior Rangers. Find him, send him to us, let us see him. We want to get him out to you. We want to show him to you. We want to highlight every great thing that every player is doing, and the empty net is just for that. Tweet to us, write to us, reach out to us, watch the show. We will make the show exactly what you want. We love when you watch, Lucas. We love your final words each and every show. Let's hear them. Best words I've heard all day. And some of my favorite words, when Dan K's on the mic, it's always hockey night. And when it's Thanksgiving, we always hope it's a happy one for you and your loved ones and your families at home. To all the USPHL players, happy Thanksgiving from the Dan K Show. From our family to yours. Happy Thanksgiving, folks.